everybody, and welcome back to Amity Bloom. My name is Nazy. Thank you for joining me again today. It is finally the day. The Bohemian Collection is ready. In the collection, there are only 5 journals this time. These journals that I created for this collection are probably one of the most detailed and most stuffed journal that I've ever created. I think I went a little bit too carried away, and if you are one of the lucky ladies who purchases one of these journals, you basically don't have to decorate it at all. These are filled with so many fabric embellishments. Quickly want to mention a couple updates. Number 1, I want to apologize for my lack of videos, as well as my lack of responding to comments and messages. My life right now has just been extremely crazy. There's some personal things that I've had to deal with, but the majority of it is, first is I'm going back to school. I am a student. I'm going to art school. I'm majoring in art and design, so that takes a huge chunk of my time. Also, another huge thing that's happening is that I am moving. I am moving into my own apartment in the next 3 weeks, and so that involves all of that horrible stuff that we all don't like to deal with, packing and moving and changing addresses, all of that. So that has been taking a lot of my time. Because of moving my school and my job, Etsy and YouTube has kind of been put on the back burner, which makes me so sad since Amity Bloom is basically my baby. It's so important to me. But because of this, there has been like a rainbow at the end of the storm. I like to call it that. I was actually contacted by a company, as well as messages from you all requesting for me to create classes or workshops. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that about a year ago I wanted to open up my own website and host classes on there, just where I can post more content, more not just 20 to 30 minute videos like on YouTube. I can create longer videos and more in-depth than on YouTube. What I'm thinking of doing is, I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers start creating classes. A lot of people in this community are creating classes. I was contacted by a company who apparently people nominated me that want to see classes from me. So thank you for those of you who nominated me. That's so humbling. Amity Bloom is so important to me. It's something that I started from nothing, and I want it to bloom. You know, thanks to Amity Bloom and thanks to journaling and my creativity, it got me out of an eating disorder. So I owe my life to Amity Bloom, and I want to do everything that I can for Amity Bloom to continue to bloom. And I just want to be real with you all, completely real, you know, with paying my school and my apartment. Obviously, it is a lot. You know, I'm paying for my school simply because my parents have already done so much for me, and you know, it's something that I want to do. It makes me feel independent, and it makes me feel proud that I am paying for my education as well as my apartment. So I'm leaving the nest, and I am getting my own apartment, and I will have an apartment and a studio, so that works out pretty well. But because of this, because of all of my expenses, I have to put less time into YouTube and more time into my work. But if I start creating classes and I start creating material that I can focus on, I would make Amity Bloom my full-time job, which means I will be able to film more videos both on YouTube and on my classes. Let me know what you guys think about it. Your feedback means everything to me. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be here on this Friday morning filming my journals for you all. You guys have touched my heart, have lifted my confidence. Like, if you look at my past videos, like at my first journal release, I love seeing how much my creativity has bloomed, and I see it in you guys. I see so many of you who start up your YouTube channels or who start off creating journals, and now you're creating works of art. Like, I love seeing how this community progresses. If I could do anything to bloom yours and to continue blooming mine, then that is my goal. That is my dream. Again, let me know your feedback. Do you want it? If you want it, I will do it. If you don't want it, then I won't do it. You know, just let me know what you want to see and if you would be interested in that. Anyway, so these are the 5 journals. I created 5, like I said, because I wanted to create a less amount of journals but put more details and more into them. All different colors. As always, I like to coordinate the colors differently. And this time they all have a story, which I can't wait to show you. They all have a story and they all have a particular name to the journal. I create them for the Traveler's Notebook, so let me put my Traveler's Notebook. For those of you who are new, I create them to fit perfectly in a Traveler's Notebook. This is mine. My God, this looks beautiful. I didn't put it in my notebook before this, but with all like the charms. These charms were inspired by Jibbid. She is the queen of dangly little charms. I just put them on pins instead of paper clips since I have fabric textile tabs. So you can put the journals, they do fit perfectly in a standard size traveler's notebook. You can use them either in a traveler's notebook or of course you can use them without it. They are chunky enough without a traveler's notebook, but a traveler's notebook will help you take your journal to your travels, you know, wherever you want to go, just like a bohemian lady. So starting off, I will start with my favorite one, which is the purple one. My favorite color is purple. And my family colors, and I say my family colors because growing up, my parents and my dad, he told us that when you're born with a star. You know, you're a star in the sky and each star has a different color. And that is your favorite color. When you're born and you decide what your favorite color is, that was the color that your star was in, you know, the universe before you were born. And so mine was pink. When I was little, my favorite color was pink. And my dad's favorite color was purple and my mom's was blue. And so we always had family colors. In the living room, we would coordinate things to our family colors, and I would just characterize pink and purple and blue with my family. And so this journal, it's gonna make me cry. Hold on. I'm getting a little emotional, but this journal is really special to me because it has my family colors. You know, it has hints of blue, but it's like an indigo blue, and it has the purple and the pink, and I'm just really proud of this set of journals, but this one is my favorite. Enough with the gushiness, Nazy. This is the cover that I created. It's all sequins, and it's this beautiful floral embroidered. It's like gold embroidered with sequins. It's the same on the back, the same design. And as always, they always come with the little dangly charm. So pretty. And the tabs. I jumped on the tab bandwagon and I decided to just, you know, if I'm going to put tabs, I might as well fill it up with tabs. And so all of the tabs, each one is a different type of textile. So this is some vintage lace. So instead of just adding the same tabs all over, each one is different. And when the person that's lucky enough to purchase this, touch each of the tabs, each one has a different texture because they're all different. They're all made in different parts of Nepal and India. I love it. I think that's what makes it so special. And then the tabs obviously have sequins on them. I stitched sequins on the tabs just to make it a little bit more special and to go with the bohemian style. A little vintage coin. This one's my favorite. This is actually a boho bead, which I showed on my Instagram. I actually watched a tutorial on how to make this. I will link it below. But this is a Bohemian bead, and there's a ton of people that create them, but each one is different. You know, each artist takes its own interpretation. But this is the Bohemian lady's earring. Each journal comes with an earring, and you can actually take this off and make it an earring, or you can put it on a necklace, you can put it on your traveler's notebook, or just keep it on your journal. So each one comes with its little earring, and it has a little jingle bell on it, which I think is so cute. And all of them also come with this little crystal as well. I wanted the side of it to look as if, you know, like a bohemian lady's hair. You know how sometimes they put beads in it and chains. Not chains. Coins. That's what I meant. Oh my gosh. Alright, opening it up, something cool that also is included is that all of the journals come with a passport. So I created a passport. I sewed it through my sewing machine. And it's a passport. All of these ladies come from different parts of the world. And it's literally a passport, just in mini size. And the great thing is that I've included different papers in here, vintage dictionary pages and passport pages. You can write in here. You can just use it as like to put pictures or keep it as like a little passport. Continue, you know, the imagination and actually fill it up like a passport. And I wanted to create a passport because all of these ladies, that I will show you have a story. They have a story and they have a journey to take, which part of it is given, the clue, if I can find it right here. This is one of the clues. All of the journals also come with a little charm, with like a picture frame charm that has a picture of a different person. This Bohemian lady is going to travel to find her sister. So all of them have a different type of picture, you know, a son, a daughter, a husband, a lover, you know, someone. This one is her sister, so she's traveling to find her sister. So she has her passport, and you'll see what else is included in the journal for her journey. So all of them come with a passport. I've made a little lace pocket, and it's just a tag. All of them come with this little piece of paper that has a stamp, so they have one stamp that they're able to mail to the person that they're trying to find. Obviously my clusters with buttons, everything, the vintage coin. All of the pages are stamped and distressed. Here is one of my collage pockets where I collage different elements together. And then something new is that I have added some copper accents to it. All of them have copper accents on the pockets. Just so beautiful. And this is the type of thing that I'd love to film in a class, you know, filming how I make my collage pockets, my fabric collages, just more in depth. Dictionary pages, really old dictionary pages. Some tabs. Here's the Bohemian earring, music paper, another pocket with some letters that she decided to take on her journey. This is from an old book, and I had to reinforce it with paper, so, just because it is so delicate and old. Vintage ledger pages, some textile text spots, little foldouts. This is some old New York Times articles. I found a huge book filled of them, and this one was printed in 1861. Obviously, it's not the real piece of newspaper. It's a book where they copied them onto paper. But this article is from 1861, so you can read it. You can actually read it, which I thought was so cool. The font, oh, I just love it. I loved it. This was such a great find. I think I found that in an antique shop. Here's another pocket with a little cluster, another one of my collage pockets. And then all of them come with pictures of the home that they left to go on their journey. Obviously, all of these ladies lived in the countryside, and so they all have one picture to remind them of where they come from during their journey. Here's some dictionary pockets. So all I did is I took a dictionary and I stitched it into a pocket, reinforced it, and you have a full pocket. So I thought that was kind of cool to add. Some more clusters that serves as tuck spots. Collage pocket, some embellishments, copper detailing, this beautiful embroidered tab with the picture of her sister. On this pocket, some more collages, another little piece of ephemera. This is from an old music history book, and it tells you the history of music, so you can read about that, and it shows pictures and composers and gives like information to the composer. I just scored big time with my vintage papers. Here is a little fabric pocket with a tag. I love this trim, this beautiful purple metallic trim. Little tiny tab. All of them have those old envelopes from 1940 stitched in the center to serve as tuck spots. Another little collage. Another pocket, and then some ephemera in there. Oh, people also were asking me how I get this effect. This is wax paper that I tea stain, and I add it to look like old tape, you know, like old masking tape. Some beautiful trim, collage, copper detailing. And on the inside, I have this little mini pocket that has a ticket. All of the ladies have their own ticket. Of course, they need a ticket to travel to their destinations. They all have a train ticket. And as well, they all have a check. Now this check is the only money that they have to fund their entire journey, so they need to use it wisely. And I want it to be kind of realistic. You know, what do people take with them when they travel? They take their passport, money, tickets, pictures. On the back is one of my fabric pockets. This time I stitched some sequins onto it, which I loved, of different colors. And when you feel the fabric, it's just so beautifully embossed, and then it's also see-through, so whatever you put behind it, you will be able to see a little bit. Some collages, New York Times pocket, and then this time I added some collage. It says, Union ranks in response to the president's request for troops, but their fighting ability was doubted. So I think this was, I think in the Civil War. Yeah, the Union, right? I think I'm right. It's been a long time since I studied like social studies and like Civil War and whatnot. That was always my least favorite subject. I hated learning about the war because I do not like war. I don't support it. I don't condone it. So I didn't like learning about it. On this page, it is the image, what we've all been waiting for, the image of the lady that this journal belongs to. I'm still trying to name it. It just feels weird naming a journal, but I think on my Etsy, when I list it, I'll give it a name. But this is the woman. She kind of looks like my mom. That's what my mom looks like, if you guys were wondering. Obviously the lady, so she is traveling to find her sister, which is in this image right here. And as always, I include a sample of her clothing. It's just fabric that I've collaged together, and I've used the same fabric that I used on the cover, some Indian fabric and trim. I found some beautiful fabric at the Scott's Antique Market. I found a new supplier that brings in fabrics from Nepal, Thailand, India. What was the other? There was another place I forgot, but that's what, Turkey, from Turkey. On this page here, I've added a little sample of some thread just in case she needs to repair her clothing or she needs to fix something. She has some thread available. Another pocket with some vintage lace, some ephemera, a little tuck spot in there. Another collaged pocket, and all of them also come with an image of a map to guide them on their journey. This is actually scanned from this old map. This old like map book plate. I don't even know. It's not real. Obviously it was copied. But I found this old map at an estate sale, and it has like writing on the back. So excited when I found this, and so I copied it. Forgive me, I scanned it, and I've included that in the journal. So I think that's what makes the journal so special, is all of the details that you put into it. Some more copper detailing and some collages right there. And on the back, another collage pocket with some more fabric collages, and I've actually embroidered that flower. It took me so long to do that, but I'm so proud of myself. I finished it. So this is the first Bohemian Ladies Journal. Let me show you the other ones. This one on the cover, some gorgeous floral fabric, and then I did a collage of different types of fabrics. This one is gorgeous. Can you see the detailing right here? Beautiful little trims here. I just can't wait for you guys to feel it. Everything is different textures. And then on the side, as always, different types of tabs. All of them have different types of charms on them. This earring is, I think, my favorite. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the flowers in there? So she is traveling. She's traveling to see her little girl. They were separated. This tab is one of my favorites because it has some of that Indian hardware. And on the back, there's a little crystal. And so I put the little crystal charm with the crystal tab. I hope you can see that. Oh, I forgot to show you the charm. That's the charm. And all the charms, everything is made. Handmade. This one, like I said, all of them have a passport. They all look basically the same. That's her passport. Here is the pocket. All of them have their stamp. So I'll go a little bit faster with this one so that we have enough time. Another little tuck spot, fabric embellishment tuck spot. Here's the image of her little girl. And then collaged little ephemera. Her beautiful earring, slope, tuck spots. Here is another tuck spot, and then this is just a little pocket, as well as here you can write something on there like the date, and that's also a little tuck spot as well. I love the stamping too. More of this collage, some of that embroidered flower, a tag. some of those old music history pages. Old laces. Lace is wicked old. I managed to find some. Super, super old. Here's a little text spot and then the sample of thread, so you can put it here or here. Wherever you like. Like I said, no rules. You can fill this up however you'd like. Old paper, old book pages, a little pocket, a little tag, some lace with a charm, with that old coin charm. Another one of my collaged pockets with a beautiful collage, some sequins. Another pocket here. I love this little cluster. And then this is the image of where the lady grew up. A quiet little village. But she needs to go and find her daughter, because what's more heartbreaking than a mother that can't be with her daughter, right? Here's an envelope in the center. Here's the charm that you can move it to any page wherever you left off. A little flip out and a little collage. And right here is the check of the lady. Another pocket, collage pocket with another image of that map. You all get different parts of the map because it's so big. So all of them are going to different destinations. Here is a little tuck spot, and that is where she's keeping her ticket for the train so that she doesn't lose it. Because I know I've lost a lot of tickets. Here is that gorgeous tab. Gorgeous tab. Oh my gosh. I have more of that fabric, so I can't wait to use it. Some of those old history pages, music history, another pocket, and then here it's another little collage. Wait until you feel the fabric. My goodness, you're gonna fall in love with it. One of my fabric pockets, I did two that were like this, identical. Just a collage on the side, some sequins and buttons. If you want, I can film a video on how I make my fabric pockets and all of that. A lot of tabs. This is some old typewriter paper. Another little pocket, collaged pocket. And then here, what we've all been waiting for. This is the woman. She is the mother of this sweet little daughter that is on the charm. She is traveling and she will stop at nothing to find her daughter. And then this is a sample of not her clothing, but of the clothing of her daughter. So this is a sample of one of her daughter's dresses. And it's this gorgeous floral embroidered fabric with, of course, I've collaged other textiles onto it. Seriously beautiful. You can see that it's, I don't know if it's hand woven, but just look. Oh, I can't wait until you touch it. So this, she carries along with her a sample of her daughter's clothing, which just breaks my heart. I didn't want to make it this sad, but now that I'm saying it out loud, it's really sad. It's true. That's what happened to a lot of the Bohemian ladies. I did my research, and a lot of them, because, you know, the Romani people that were called gypsies, and the term gypsy can be used as like slang and as a derogatory form to express that culture. So that's why I do not like to say gypsy. Obviously it can be said in a positive way, but that's why I call my journals Bohemian journals. I just try to refrain from using that word just out of respect, you know. This is the third cover. I did collage some of the Indian fabrics that I have right on the cover, and on the side all the different tabs. This one, this lady is traveling to see her lover. She has a lover that they have been separated. It's a long distance relationship. She has a letter in here from him, and she will travel to the ends of the earth to find her sweetie pie. Just as I know all of us would. More of those beautiful beads. This is a Murano crystal. And then this is her earring that I created for her. Beautiful. All the earrings match the covers of the journals. Passport, as always. Here is the pocket with the sample of some thread. Beautiful collages and the vintage coin. Here's another collaged pocket with some copper detailing. Gorgeous metallic vintage lace. This is kind of cute. This is an old dictionary page. I added a little compass, so this serves as a text spot. And then in here is where I keep the the stamp goes into a perfect little pocket in there. Just thought that was cute. Here is the love letter between her and her loved one that he wrote to her. And then here is, instead of putting a pocket on the bottom, I put the pocket on the top. And so here I just did a collage, and you can put in whatever you'd like. It serves as a pocket, except it's on the top. A little fabric tuck spot, and I created this really pretty envelope out of some dictionary papers. It's super gentle, super fragile, so just be very careful. Super old. Another collage pocket. This one is a full pocket, and then some different types of textiles and threads on the bottom. That gorgeous earring that you can keep on your journal or wear it on yourself as a proud bohemian lady. Here's another pocket with some of those embroidered flowers. So beautiful. Another letter. Here's another lace pocket. Old paper. This is a little lace flip out. And then here is a postcard that her loved one wrote to her. This is one of those New York Times articles from 1861. Fort Sumter Fallen. Kind of cool. I mean, not cool that it fell, but just cool that, you know, even today we know and we can read about it. Fort Sumter was evacuated. That's good. Here's another pocket with the check that they all have and an image of her loved one that she will be with very soon. Obviously, you guys don't need to keep this images. You can put your own pictures in there, but, you know, it's just to... it's to make it feel more real. I love all these tabs. More of those dictionary pockets. A little pocket. Some copper detailing. Here is an old little receipt. And then the ticket that she will use for her journey. This was really pretty too. This is the lady. She is traveling to meet her honey, and this is a sample of her clothing. Very, very beautiful. I love this picture. Such a beautiful, beautiful lady. Here is one of my fabric flip outs of the same fabric that I used on the cover. I thought that was kind of cool, and then I did a little collage, and so you can hide something special and romantic on the bottom, and then you can hide it with the flip out. Here's another pocket on the top. Detailing and collage. Beautiful stamping. Here on this last tuck spot is a collage pocket with the image of where this lady was from. Beautiful countryside. But she's leaving her home to find her honey. And the last one is a collage pocket, and you can put anything that you'd like in there. So that is it. That is this journal. Alright, the fourth one is this one. Really beautiful fabric as always. This color scheme is red and green. And then on the back, that same pattern continues. This one reminds me of like an old book. You know, like the cover and the spine. Very, very pretty. And then here is that beautiful charm. The earring of the boho lady. And she is traveling to see her son. She is traveling no matter what to see her son. They were separated just like the other Bohemian lady with her daughter. So she will travel anywhere on the earth to find her son. Opening it up, we have the passport. Here is a collage, the thread that I include in all of them. This Bohemian lady, she was a fortune teller, and she's leaving all that behind to find her son. Beautiful little charm. Just love the font that they used. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy I found that. Here's another collage with some detailing on the side, a tag. This is a little tuck spot, some more of the beautiful floral embroidered fabric, and then a letter. Another one of those tuck spots up at the top. Here in this little tuck spot, I've included tag and the stamp that she will use to send a letter to to her son, vintage book pages, music paper. This is kind of cool. This is a little flip out. It kind of looks like a flag, and I left the little dangles on it. And then this is a postcard. The fabric pocket, similar to the other one. Music pages. And this is the lady. This is the boho lady. She is the fortune teller. This is what I was referring to when I said chains. I meant coins. Beautiful coins, just beautiful ladies, and such history to their culture. I love it. And then this is a sample of her clothing, matching the coins. That's what inspired me to add all these embellishments, is the coins. And these are sewn onto here by me. Very, very beautiful. So she will travel to find her son. She can see the future, and she sees that her future is meant to be spent with her son. So she will abandon her career for her child. Here's a little pocket, a little button charm. She also has a map telling her where to go so she doesn't get lost on her journey. This is a collaged pocket. Some more pages. This gorgeous charm. Envelopes. Old lace. Ledger paper. Little flip out. Here is another pocket up at the top, and I've added some vintage lace and textiles. This is a beautiful charm. I don't know if you can see it. Really pretty charm. Here's a little fabric flip out of some old fabric that I found. Here's a collage. She has a little shipping tag and another tag. And then here I've stamped so that you can stamp like the date or something on there. Here's another pocket, collaged pocket. And then in here she has the train ticket for her journey. And on this pocket, the image of where she comes from. A very humble town, but she did live in the city because she was a very successful fortune teller. But that is where her roots come from. And we must never forget our roots. Even though I'm in America, I will never forget my roots of where I come from Mexico. I will never forget that. Here's a collaged pocket with some textiles and the check that she has to use to meet her son. And then an image on the back. And that is, oh, I hope you didn't hear that. That was my tummy growling. I hope you were not able to hear that. So there is this one. This is the Fortune Tellers. Oh, that would be a nice name, the Fortune Tellers Journal. Very, very pretty. The last one to the set, it's kind of funny that this is the last one since this is the first one that I finished. This is the last one. This fabric is insane. Insane. I actually sent a sample to this to my friend Jibid, and it's just so beautiful. Oh my god, so beautiful. And then on the front I collaged different types of fabrics that I had in sequins. On the side, this is the tabs, beautiful tabs following the color scheme. Gorgeous earring. This Bohemian lady is traveling to see her husband. So she got married to him, he went off to work, and she wants to see her husband. And this is actually, I found some real authentic old pictures, and this is actually the brother of the other man. So they're brothers in real life. Well, back in the day. And so all of them, as always, come with the passport. Here is a little tuck spot. Really pretty. Here is some old ephemera that I've distressed and I've included in here. Old dictionary pages, little embellishment clusters, an old coin, a collaged pocket, different types of textiles, copper detailing. Here's this wonderful tab with the earring, a copy of the map so she does not get lost. A little fabric cluster. I love this fabric right here. Love the sequins. Sequins make anything look better. And I was not a fan of sequins until I found this style. And then this is actually some old embroidered pages. I have a huge chunk of old embroidered pages. What you do is you put the needle and you embroider over this. Here's a little text spot with her stamp that she will use to send her letter. Very pretty. She is the Bohemian lady, and this is a sample of her clothing. She dressed a bit more fancy, so she liked lace a little bit more. This is a sample of one of her lace dresses. Very, very fun to collage this together. I just love how, even though it's vintage lace and rustic like Indian tapestry fabric, it just goes together so well and so cohesive. Tabs for days. Beautiful collage on the side, a little tag, and the image of her husband. He's very handsome, actually. Very, very handsome. I have a thing for long hair. So, very, very handsome. Here is a little text spot with an image of where she came from. Image of her hometown. Just a little cluster of buttons. The actual, I actually put it upside down, so this is the embroidered page where you can do embroidery. Here is another little tip-in of some of that old fabric that I have. I think they're covers from music books, and they put it on fabric. Beautiful stamping, and then I'm just so happy with how these turned out. Some textile on the side, pockets, and then some ephemera. This gorgeous charm, and then whew, can you say tip-in? Can you say fabric tip-in? This is like the mother of all tip-ins. Huge full-length tip-in, beautiful fabric, and then I've embellished it on the bottom with a little collage. And then on the tab, charms, really pretty transfer. Here, this one was inspired by Jibbid. She is known for her pockets like this. A little lace flip out, full pocket, and here's her check. And this is kind of cool. I experimented. So this is a tracing paper pocket, but then I decoupaged an old napkin onto it. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this is actually an image of a house, and it has some really cool images on it. So you have that rustic pocket in there. And that is it. That is this one. So that is the entire collection of journals. Let me know which one is your favorite. My favorite has to be the purple one, just because of the colors, and you know, it's just so beautiful. But all of them are absolutely, absolutely beautiful. So that is it. I will be posting these journals for sale on my Etsy in a couple hours. I decided to do it this way just because I want you guys to actually have time to look at the video and look at the journals, and not just quickly go and purchase the first one you see. You know, these do tend to go a little bit quickly, so that's why I want to give everyone a fair chance to look at all the journals and decide if they are interested in purchasing. So the listing will be up in a couple hours. I will put all the details down below in the description box to let you know. So let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know if you guys liked this collection, and also let me know if you guys would be interested in classes, and if you are, what kind of classes you would like to see. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being patient with this Bohemian journal restock. And as always, I hope that your day is filled with an abundance of peace and love. Bye-bye.